As expected, box office analysts and reporters are working overtime to try to deliver up-to-date numbers for Thor: Love and Thunder before the film officially opens up in the United States in just a couple of hours. And things are looking a little slow for Thor: Love and Thunder, as it's not even managing to compare to the opening of Doctor Strange 2, but it's way ahead of Thor: Ragnarok. So the first international box office is coming at us from Korea, Australia, Italy, and Germany. So these are territories that got it first, and we got the official numbers. So the official box office take is an estimated 15.7 million. This officially puts the early box office from these same territories 39% ahead of Thor: Ragnarok, which is really good for the Thor franchise. Unfortunately, it is 24% below Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now again, the importance here is the overall take from these territories and plugging the numbers into a obvious calculator that could tell you where exactly you're going to land for the weekend. Now previously, when this was done, you could kind of gauge the American box office usually about 5% accuracy up or down. We don't have that anymore. As we've seen, it's been so erratic all over the place due to specific international locations, the film being banned in certain locations and not having that accounted, countries not screening it because of one thing or another. So now international doesn't really translate over to, hey, if this film got, let's say, 10 million overseas, it means it'll do 28 in the United States. Before, you could easily find those numbers. Now it's getting a little bit harder. What I'm seeing and what analysts are saying is that essentially this film is expected to land right along where most people expected it would in terms of the United States opening. Now, if you guys remember, the opening was between 115 to 150 million. So that's a pretty big gap there that, it could fall in anywhere and it's as expected. And the more that we start to see that the films are having these big gaps, the more we start to question on why exactly they can't close these gaps and get back to like, hey, we're like 5 to 8 million away from what we expect. But again, nobody knows anymore. You're seeing a lot of unexpected things like Top Gun Maverick, which surpassed what most people thought it was going to. We're seeing that new Minions movie, which that's doing way better than anybody expected. Jurassic World is way under where most people thought it would be. Same with Lightyear. So it's all over the place. So it kind of makes sense. I will say that this international box office to me is really interesting because Thor has typically done pretty well overseas. And it's going to be interesting to see if it does still deliver the 300 million opening weekend worldwide, because that's what people are expecting. If it falls short of that, then who knows? I mean, that could spell disaster, but I guess we'll see.